you know who's going to learn today?
Oh, who going to learn? Well, tomorrow, technically.
Yeah, tomorrow.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they already learned?
It's the concept or whatnot.
Yes, sir.
To finish games.
Ooh.
Warriors
Damn.
blow a 12-point lead. They was look, the game was going back and forth.
It was.
But I feel like Warriors had dominated the game for the most part. They was in control of that game.
Let me ask you this.
For the most part.
Because Draymond said it. Others have said it.
What'd they say?
Yeah, we were in control of the game for 40 to 42 minutes.
Facts.
That's I don't think 40 to 42, that's a long time.
Facts, bro.
It's a long time.
I understand.
I don't think it was 40. I would give them 30.
They was in control of that game for a long time.
Not a long time.
They was in control for a very, very long time.
I'd suppose.
What you mean, bro? They was in control for a very, very long time.
Who was up at halftime?
Warriors.
No. Boston went at halftime up 2. So how are you in control and you down at half? So that means you didn't control the first 24 minutes.
Well, they controlled majority of the 24.
That's I said 30. 30 to 48. That's more than half.
All right, I give them 20.
No.
I'm gonna give them 20, and then they lost that whole fourth quarter. That fourth quarter wasn't theirs. So 20, and then you got 32.
Think about it. Okay.
32.
So think about it. The Warriors won the first quarter.
Yeah.
Celtics won the second quarter.
Yeah.
Warriors won the third. Celtics won the fourth. As far as like point differential, like that's how the box score went.
So who won the first? Warriors won first.
Warriors was up at the end of the first.
Second. Warriors third.
And then the Celtics finished.
But I feel like they was in
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. About 32 minutes is what we agree at out of the 42.
I would say even if the game was going, I was never in doubt that I felt like the Warriors was gonna lose.
Okay.
I'm just being 100%.
I can respect that.
They went up by 15, right?
The highest is 14. The highest is 14.
Or 14. No, I thought it was 15.
14.
Well, 14 or whatnot, and they just had a boo-boo. You know, you know how little baby, you know, everything good, and then all of a sudden they just boo-boo out of nowhere. You're like, what? How did you just boo-boo? We just went to the bathroom before you left.
I just changed.
I just changed you. And you boo-booing again.
Again.
So that's what they had. So what are your takeaways in game one, though? What do you see from game one?
Warriors are in trouble
Right.
if it goes like how it's looking right now.
And how is it looking?
Because right now they can't guard nobody. They can't keep nobody in front. Like when you think about this, when you play zone, it's because of why. Individually, I can't stop nobody. So zone allows all of us to be looking at the same people, same time. No one is individually having to guard.
Okay.
So they had to go zone a couple of times because they can't guard nobody. The problem is when the Warriors have played these other teams would hit jump shots.
Right.
This team right here was hitting jump shots. So there's a stat, and the stat is Boston took 41 threes.
Okay.
38 were uncontested.
But could that be just good ball movement, though?
But good ball movement, whatever. Boston took 41 threes.
Yeah.
38 were they went 21 of 41. 38 of the 41 shots they took were uncontested.
Can I be honest, though?
Talk to
Could
me.
we be 1,000%?
Talk to me.
Boston, besides Jason Tatum, they was shooting the ball fairly well.
No.
A lot of players that don't hit shots was hitting some shots. Al Horford can hit, but he don't shoot consistently like he shot in
But
the fourth quarter.
But
even when Al Horford is open, sometimes look. Again, you don't want to give up open shots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I get that.
But that's how you build confidence, right?
But that's what you in my head. It's like leaving Draymond Green open.
Nah, hell no. Don't be disrespectful to Al.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in general, they was leaving players that they didn't think that can shoot consistently open. White not a 3-point shooter.
White is a shooter. He's been hitting shots all
but
playoffs.
he's not a 3-point shooter like that. He couldn't shoot a lick of damn in the Miami series.
He wasn't open.
Okay.
Because the one shot that he hit was real contested was the one over Steph in late in the fourth. And I was like, ooh, that's the one that tied it. Made it 103-103.
That was tough.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. But for the most part, all eight jumpers was uncontested. You got to think about it. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum went 3 of 13 from 3.
Yeah.
So
the others won that game.
Yes.
Just put it that way. I'm gonna say this though.
What's your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is this: is that Steph Curry's going to need more help. Like, and I didn't think I'd say this. I think Poole and Thompson and Wiggins are going to play better game 2 for sure.
You better hope.
But I think Steph Curry's going to need a wingman because just him scoring all the points, him doing all the work. It's not going. Because think about it, Boston is used to one guy. They've played against one guy all series, except for the first series when they had to play against two of the two guys.
But they only cared about KD if we being honest.
Okay, yeah. So you got one guy, KD, Giannis, and then Jimmy. So right now, if they're winning on a team collective right now,
yes,
and they're playing great, that's one thing that scares me with Boston. I still got Warriors in 6.
Me too.
But I think Boston length can give a lot of problems to the Golden State Warriors. And I think the difference maker are 2 players, Al Horford and White. If they can produce like they produced in game 1, it's going to be a long series.
It's going to be trouble.
Because now you can bring out Looney. And I think here's my thing with the Warriors. They start losing when they took Looney out. Because now they had no paint protection.
Well, ain't nobody scared about Looney.
But when he's he's a threat, though.
I'm attacking Looney. Here's where things get interesting.
All right.
The Warriors are a perimeter orientated team.
Right.
Boston is one of the best perimeter orientated defenses.
They're the best defense in the league.
Boom. So the yin and yang to this is perfect because Boston would struggle against a team that's more inside presence. The Embiids, the Giannis's, a Jokic, somebody that's going to impose their will in scoring on the inside.
Right.
The Warriors ain't about to impose their will in scoring inside because they're not giving the ball to Looney 20 times to say get us a bucket.
Wiggins gonna have to step up.
But Wiggins had a solid game.
I mean, he's gonna have to take over.
Who he's gonna score on?
He can score on. I believe. I truly feel that Jason Tatum is the weak link
because they put. See, but here's what they did though. See, so I know you watch it. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So when I was first watching, I was so confused. Like, why isn't Tatum guarding Wiggins and why isn't Horford guarding Draymond? But then I realized they put Tatum on Draymond because Draymond is the pick and roll initiator.
Yeah.
So then we can just switch it. We ain't got to blitz Steph.
Right.
Because if Looney goes and sets the screen, we blitz Steph. When Steph passes to Looney, now Looney becomes the playmaker, and they don't want Looney as their playmaker.
Right.
So it was easier to put Tatum on Green. So if Green goes into that pick and roll action, we can switch, and I can guard and just trust the defense around me, and we don't have to double Steph.
Right.
Relative.
Right. And I wouldn't even double Steph anyway. If Steph got it going, cool. My job is to
shut down everybody else.
Is that anybody else?
But here's the thing, society. That has been one of Bake's defensive philosophies since we started this.
Yeah, man. I be knowing what I'm talking about, bro.
Let your star do what they gonna do.
If everybody going, you got a problem. But if one man going, you ain't worried about that because if y'all winning on a team collective, that one man ain't gonna hit every damn shot.
Think about the first quarter.
The sliders are not up.
No.
All right. They're not up, okay? You may be hot for a minute. You may get your takeover badge for a little bit, but your sliders are not up. You're going to miss some shots. Yeah. We saw Curry come out blazing hot.
And they were still only up by a little bit.
Exactly, because that's the scary part about when the Warriors got Steph Curry going and nobody else is going because now nobody else is in the rhythm.
Yeah.
And you can't just get the ball and it's going to get it going.
Honestly, when I'm looking at it, Steph 6 threes came off of Boston mishaps.
Yeah,
it wasn't that Steph wasn't like Steph because we've seen Steph have one of them quarters like it don't matter what y'all doing defensively.
It's just going in.
Yeah, but that first quarter it was Boston mishaps, miscommunications, not stepping up,
because I'm gonna say this they wasn't used to a team that moves without the ball like that.
Yeah, and once they saw that, they was like, oh, okay.
They even said it. The speed of the team was like, oh, this pacing is pretty fast. All right, we're going to have to adjust. And they did that in game 1. They stole game 1.
I think they took.
I don't think they took it because taking it means you dominating that game. They stole that game. I'm telling you, nobody thought Boston was going to win that game. The way the game was looking in the third, up by 12.
Yeah, I said it was over.
They stole that game. That was a game that Warriors should have won, and they let get away. And that game may cost them a chance for the NBA final. It's too early to tell. But moving into game 2, what do you see the keys to victory? If you are the Warriors, how do you beat Boston?
Jordan Poole got to wake up.
Okay.
He has to, because he's the only other person that can kind of create his own shot. Clay, you're not worried about Clay beating you off the dribble.
Right.
You worried about Steph beating off the dribble. But Jordan Poole's the only one that's really got a little wiggle, a little sauce that can create his own shot. But he is a liability on defense.
Yeah.
So if he's not really going on offense, he ain't giving you nothing defensively, then he can't be out there on the court.
Okay.
So I think that the biggest key is Jordan Poole. The Warriors can't be giving up uncontested threes for a full game again.
That's true.
And so that's what I got from the Warriors. On the Boston side, Tatum has to play better. But and playing better doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have to continue to score more. It's just his percentages have to be better. He can't shoot 3 from 15.
Right.
You feel me? But the playmaking, the fact that he was unselfish.
13 assists.
Yes, I'm saying the fact that he was unselfish, he was making the right play. All that is still good.
Yeah.
Do that. Just fix these percentages as far as the shots missed and take, because he missed a few wide open jump shots. I'm like,
right.
Tatum.
Here's my thing. I think for the Warriors, you got to trust your system. All right, don't get out of what works.
Okay.
When you got movement and you got Boston having to think, because that's how you beat a great defensive team. You make them think.
Mm-hmm.
If they know what you're going to do, then you're easy to be stopped. And I think when you just put a lot of pressure and you make it more centered around Steph getting going and rather everybody else getting it going and more flow and more movement, backdoor cuts, pin downs, all that good stuff.
All
that
the
makes
split
you,
action.
all
that
stuff that makes you who you are. Do that and then contest on defense. If they make tough shots, cool. Like some of the shots that White made and even Jaylen Brown made. They was tough shots.
Tough shots.
Tip your cap, keep going. But you have to do that. If you're Boston, my thing is this. Just keep being aggressive.